U.S. Assistant Women's Freestyle National Coach Emma Randall. We are done with the 2017 Cadet World Championships. What are your overall thoughts?
My overall thoughts are we've got a long way to go. I think technically we know a lot of positions, but can we put multiple positions together and flow through them? Can we keep our hips underneath of us and maintain discipline within our head and our hands and our hips and our feet while we're wrestling through those positions, instead of getting sloppy and losing, just getting caught with deep arms and front headlocks, getting snapped down a little bit too easily, not being able to score in front headlocks, not feeling those tilts as they're starting to come in, just standing up out of our stance and giving opponents a free attack at our legs. I think just putting together solid wrestling is where we need to start working.
There were some tough losses in medal matches. What do you say to the girls after something like that?
Honestly, it's one of the most heartbreaking parts of the job. I hate, the emotion when they walk off that mat because, as a coach, you care about those athletes and you truly want to see them succeed. Whether you think they could have wrestled better or worse, you would hope that, that they get the outcome that they wanted. And we know that losses are a part of the process, and that's what continually we keep saying back to them, hey, we're taking this moment right here, we're using it to propel us, and maybe it's a picture of the arena, or maybe it's just a little note that they wrote to themselves about the moment about the emotions that they felt and the things that were going through their mind today or yesterday or the day before when they had lost and were out of the tournament. So using those things and knowing that this is all part of a learning process. We talk a lot about that the Cadet World Championships isn't the final destination for these athletes. They're looking further to Senior World Championships and Olympic Championships. So knowing that this is just one step along the journey and believing that every experience is a learning experience and it's building to what they ultimately want.
Speaking of that, what kind of potential can we expect to see from these girls in the coming years?
We did the stats after our 2017 senior national team was set, and 50% of them participated in our 2012 to 2016 development system. So if you look at that, that's a pretty huge number. Out of 24 athletes, 12 of them were members of this program. So I think as this program keeps continuing to develop, keeps continuing to grow and refine, I think we can look to see those numbers increase.
Was there anybody who surprised you this week?
I know that some of our athletes are young, and some of our athletes, it was their first international experience. So I would have to say Olivia going out there and fighting in her repechage match. I think Kaylani Corbett did a great job of just staying calm and staying true to her wrestling and really trying to get her offense going. I think every single match she got a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. I knew that Emily Shilson was on a mission. I knew Alara Boyd was on a mission. I knew Gracie had some unfinished business from the previous World Championships. So it's great to see our athletes who are experienced getting a little bit better, getting a little bit closer to where they want to be. And it's great to see that these young athletes are really passionate about this and really want this and are willing to do the work, and they want that feedback. It says, how can I get to that next level? How can I get the results that I want? So,
the U.S. came away with a top 5 finish in the team race. What are some things, I guess, that have to happen to keep climbing that ladder, keep going toward the podium, I guess?
I think, again, it comes back to that development system. We're competing against Japan, against Russia, against Belarus, against countries that have access to their athletes, their high-level athletes, on almost a daily basis. We're fighting against the school system. We're fighting against the size of our country, which makes it even harder. We're fighting against less funding and no government funding. So how do we make the most out of those 80 days or 100 days that we truly are together? How do we make the difference in camp that when they go home that they're truly bought into the system and they're not going back to those old habits? And I think we talked a little bit about it at our team dinner tonight. We have to buy in. If we truly want this, if we truly see ourselves at the top of the podium, and it probably won't happen next year or the year after that, but I'm telling you, if we get these athletes buying in and truly dedicating themselves to being disciplined athletes, to doing the fundamentals correctly, to putting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks together, we're right there. So I think that's where we have to be. It starts with the buy-in.
You've had a long summer. You've done a lot. When you look back on it, what was this experience like for you?
I'd have to say the Cadet Worlds. I feel like it's always the last tournament of the summer, so by then you're like kind of exhausted, but I spend a lot of time with the cadets, and I truly love each and every one of them. I think they have a great personality. I think they're great people. I think that they have a lot of potential on the mat, but also off the mat. So I truly enjoy being around them. Yeah, it lifts my spirits. They have a lot of energy. They get me energized. So I think it's a great way to end the summer. You know, maybe we didn't get the results that we wanted in the various competitions throughout the summer, but if you look, we're ending with the next generation, and looking forward, the future is bright.
Awesome. Thanks, Emma.
Thanks.